Howdy, I'm Wendy Singer, owner of Tattered Angels and creator of Glimmer Mist. I am here to tell you the exciting new paint system. We have created the shopping for you by putting together all of the paints that match perfectly color and one of each of the paint lines. We've got chalk, glam, glaze, and Glimmer Mist all rolled into one perfectly wonderful paint system. And how I'm going to show you how to use those is on the cover of our Garden Gate album. It's a perfect book for this project. So let's get started. Here we go. We're gonna tear off the cover. Now, I like to put in a paper towel right in the middle of that album. And that will keep the seepage down, which when you apply the Glimmer Mist, it tends to seep underneath the cover. So this way, by doing that, it'll protect your inside pages. I'm just gonna fold open the gate here and get started. We are going to add the tattered leather, which happens to be my favorite. I'm the one that got to pick the colors away in the pack. So I chose tattered leather. I love this wonderful earth brown tone. And do not be afraid of adding a lot of Glimmer Mist. Keep going. There's no such thing as too much. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the flirty glaze. While this is kind of soaking in and getting really deep and dark. And what we're gonna do is I like to add the glaze to a large surface by using my misting mat. And we're gonna pour some of that glaze right out there. And this applicator tool by Ranger Industry. And all I'm gonna do is in a circular motion, apply that glaze. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're just going to go right over the top of that with another color. And we are going to show you a wonderful resist technique. Okay, so there's our glaze. Now we've used the flirty, or glam, glaze. I was right the first time. Why am I questioning myself? Okay, so now what we're going to do is pull off that extra tattered leather. And I'm just gonna take a paper towel, kind of run my hand over it, pull that off, kind of give it a little bit of a buffing action there. There we go. Okay, so now we've got our first step down. The next thing we're gonna do, here's the resist part. That's really cool. I think it's magic. So I'm gonna make sure that I get all my glitter off the bottom of the bottle, which this one decided to stick pretty good. And then I am going to use this hayride and I'm going to stick my brush down and grab all that fantastic glitter at the bottom. I really like the fan brush for this technique because you can really spread that glitter out nice and evenly. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add it to parts of the book, not the entire cover. Do you see how I'm leaving that center space open? That will allow it to let the chalk soak through. It's my secret technique. Okay, there is the hayride glam. So then what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna let that heat up by using a heat tool. We're gonna speed up the drying process. And there we go. It's gonna be fantastic. Here we go, last step. Are you ready? We are going to add the chalkboard. So this is one of the brighter and bolder chalkboards called Apricot Nectar, which happens to be one of my favorite colors. And we're gonna go over the entire cover saturation with the Apricot Nectar. Just cover the entire cover, okay? And now for the reveal. Here we go. This is what happens when you do this. It pulls up all the Glimmer Mist and it lays it down and fills in all those extra areas. Do you see how that area that was not covered at all in the center here is now has the apricot in it? It soaks in, and where we had the glam, it couldn't get through that area, causing a resist technique. Okay, so let's finish this cover up with a couple other techniques that I have here. Clean up my spraying. Okay, and we are going to take an ink pad. And I like to use the archival ink by Ranger Industry. It really has a nice black to it, and I'm just gonna lightly run it over the tree that is embossed on that cover. And you're just gonna kind of lightly run it up and down, pulling out that detail in the tree. And that gives it that kind of real fall look. There we go. Now the tree is popping out of there. Remember, there's no such thing as too much glimmer mist too. So if you'd like to add more or make it a deeper, darker book, just go back and add glimmer mist right over the top of that. Okay, so one last thing that I would like to share with you is the embellishment that I've added to the cover of the book is our vintage hardware keys. They come in 3 different colors, copper, silver, and black. And this black key works fantastic with the apricot nectar chalkboard. The chalkboard gets applied and you can just see how it grabs a hold of that metal and sticks down. You can use a heat tool, but sometimes just see how it kind of pushes it around, which is okay. You just might need to use extra layers to really color that key up. But the chalkboard works fantastic on metal. Do you see how that is? Look at that. All right, there you go. You're just gonna apply your key and your ribbon. Now watch this. Here's the ribbon. We're gonna just lay it down in that extra little pool. I like to take a paper towel and just run that ribbon right along inside there. Use up all that extra chalk that we have down and color your ribbon right alongside your keys. There we go. And now we have matching ribbon. It's the wonderful thing of Tattered Angels is you get to make everything blended together and color coordinated. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day.